You are listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair on RLM Radio.
The girl of your dreams has got to be in some bar.
Sorry, boys and girls, but this is X-rated. So if you're under 18...
Get out, goddammit!
Get the point? Good.
And now?
Bend over.
Y'all ready for this?
Get it up. Get it up. I can't wait anymore.
I like to watch.
Whatever you desire. I know you like it. Do it.
We do it all night long.
And now, your host, Grammy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Guess what? It is a wacka doodle Wednesday here in the RLM. And you got Grammy Mary here in my rocket chair. I can't be blasting off too awful much though, 'cause I do have a kitty cat on my lap. Yeah, and she, although maybe not for too much longer because she's shifting. Or maybe she's just shifting. I don't know. Oh, well. Hey there, hi there, ho there, y'all. How you doing? This has been a hell of a week already, and it's only Wednesday. Whee! Yeah, I am ready for this week to be done, let me tell you. Okay, let me see. Who do I got all over the place here? I got some people chiming in over here on Facebook. Hi, Linda. Let's see, Gary L is over here, and the lovely Mary B is here as well. And it looks like people are kind of sort of liking my little meme that I shared a little bit earlier. It says, if I manage to survive the rest of the week, I would like my straitjacket to be hot pink and my helmet to sparkle. And I really would kind of like some glow in the dark if I could. You know, just 'cause, well, I'm a little bit on the persnickety side, don't you know? Okay, over here on Twitter, thank you ever so much, Barman, for tweeting me. I truly do appreciate it. You are just the bomb. And let's see, Barman from Freedom's Network and Real Liberty Media, it looks like. I also saw that JJ's has been retweeting some of my stuff. I don't put a whole hell of a lot out there, JJ's, because I really don't spend a lot of time on the computer, you know, or at least not on Twitter during the day, because I'm at work, and work doesn't have a Twitter account, and they let me hang out in the RLM because I tell them that that's where my computer geeky friends are. And I have to hang out on the Facebook site because, well, you know, we have a Facebook page, and I'm one of the admins, so yippee-yi-yay, cow patty. Ain't that just too much fun? I'm right, it ain't. But in any case, over here on this effing site, this Freedom's Network, where Grimner and Bo Diddy are like the guru guys over here. I see I'm here, as well as the lovely Mary B, and Estrella is over here. Hey there, ladies. How you doing? It's the ladies over here. And Grimmy's sharing that I am live right now. I'm not real sure if I'm live or if I'm Memorex. I have to think about that. Lots and lots of, I keep seeing on Facebook, people are doing the whole doom and gloom shit, and it's like, people. You know, if you wish to be all doomy and gloomy, I guess, you know, whatever floats your boat, or whatever floats your goat, or however you want to put that. But, hey, makes me crazy. Okay, and over here in the corner pocket that is part of the Crush and Run chat, or the social side of that at least, I see Sock Puppets over here as well as Kozu, and I saw JJ's a little bit earlier, and let's see who else is over here. Bodhi, is that how you say that? Or Bodhi, or Bodho, or Heidi Doody Loody. They silenced Talos. I want to know how that works. Because he said cloak, and then all of a sudden shimmers and disappears from view. And I'm like, damn, I know a few people I wouldn't mind doing that to. Don't know that I necessarily, I bet your body's one of them there. I don't know. Whatever. Thanks, Cyborg Noodle, as well, for putting me over there. Truly do appreciate it, although I'm sure there is somebody that told you to do that. And now, if you really want to give me static or shit, they both start with an S, come on over to the RLM chat. over here at reallibertymedia.com. Join the chat. Say hey there, say hi there, say ho there. I do, Grim. I didn't know that I made it sound like a bad thing. There's lots of times when I see those doom and gloomers and I just have to giggle because it's like, really? Wow, honey. You just a little bit upset about talk about making a mountain out of a molehill, why don't you? Or maybe an anthill. Although if you ever saw an anthill where I think, oh, those poor little ants, but they pour concrete down inside and then they dig out and you see all of this network. It's like, holy crap and oly. So maybe that's why, well, if you say that about a molehill, bet you'd probably have just as crazy of a network. Things to ponder for my old mind. There you go. As if I need somewhere else for me to go off on a tangent. Okay, over here in the RLM, I see my missionary man is right up top. Hey there, Asmo. How you doing, hun? Are you working hard or hardly working? That's what inquiring minds would like to know, or at least me. I also see Barman is here, who is the most splendiferous bot in the whole wide world because, well, okay, I got to admit, he's the first bot I ever met, and so I'm kind of partial. Just kind of. Barman and I, we need to go on a date one of these nights. Ooh, cyber dating with Barman. Wee! Well, at least he's a barman. You know, I might get drinks out of the deal. I also see the lovely Beth Z is here. Hey there, Beth. I love that link you sent me, but so far I've only had the chance to listen to chapter 1 because, well, last night I was outside in the yard most of the evening, and then when I got inside, I was tum-pluckered. So I didn't do a whole hell of a lot of anything that really required me to pay a lot of attention, if you know what I mean. So I will get to, though. I will. I want, because it's very, very interesting. I also see Grimner is over here, who is the RLM God. Just saying. That is with a capital G-W-A-D. So, you know, or G-A-W-D, or how, I don't remember how I spell that. I suck at spelling, don't you know? I also see the lovely Moose Girl is over here. Hey there, Moosey, how you doing? Bad is good and good is bad. You know, it depends on if you're Michael Jackson or not, hon. Barman is a real person, Vinny? Ha, well, be still my beating heart. This could get interesting. Hey, Barman, what you doing later? Oh, thanks, Beth. I'm sure I am, because I really enjoyed that first. Oh, really? Barman, honey? Damn it! Damn. Barman just said he ain't a real person. Shit. All my hopes and dreams dashed asunder. Damn. Oh, well. Somebody pulled out some First Lady Bud. What the hell? I hope that ain't moose shell, Bud. Ooh. Okay, back to saying hey. Said hey to Moosey. Hi, Kate. How you doing? How warm is it down there in the great state of Texas? 'Cause it got above 80 out here in the middle of the boonies, which is not too bad. Not too bad. And the wind finally went down. You know, it's no longer blowing in the 20-mile-per-hour range, so that's a good thing as well. I also see Chalcedony is in the chat. Hey there, Chalcedony, as well as the lovely Chloe. And looky there, Dakota is in the house. And Dan Tennessee. Hey, Dan Tennessee, give your lovely bride or your lovely lady, however you wish to, give her a hug from Grams. Would you please? I also see Frumpy is in the house. Frumpy, you know what? I am dressed frumpy. Because when I got home from work today, although I didn't quite manage to get totally comfortable, but I'm wearing my jammy pants. Because I had some tight jeans on earlier, and they got to where they were uncomfortable. I'll just put it like that. They're not, they're not really tight, but they were tight enough to where, yeah, You don't need that, do you? Gary L is here. Hi, Gary L. Would you please give Gigi's Boo a big hug from me and tell her that if she's still feeling kind of poorly, I will send her some healing vibes. As a matter of fact, I'm doing it right now because I'm thinking about it. And if you could see me right now, you could see I'm doing like the little spider thingy over my eyes, which I don't know what that has to do with the price of beans in China, but I'm doing it anyway. I also see I'm here, kind of, sort of, maybe, almost. I see IB Don C is here as well. And that is such a cute little puppy you got there, hon. She is just absolutely adorable. Frumpy is weird. I like Frumpy, though. I like being Frumpy. No one is a real person. Yes, that is true. Yes, sock puppet. It was tight jeans. Okay. That's true, barman. We all just kind of occupy meat suits, and that was kind of why I played centerfold. Sweater Puppies ain't out yet, but I almost, because I have a cami on underneath my work shirt. I could adjust, but you know, it's one of those, once I found out that people are watching, it's like, really? I do not want to get a bill from the government for the therapy sessions that whomever was assigned to spy on me is now having to go through. So, yes, Grim, beans in China. Okay, wait a minute here. Yes, Jay Giles, rockin' in paradise now. He has joined an ever-growing band of some really, really awesome musicians that have moved out of their meat suits and moved into the celestial place to create or whatever. You know, if you start seeing the stars dancing around or something, it's not necessarily that we're having an earthquake. It's just that band is a rockin' up there, let me tell you. And I played my Angel as a centerfold because when I shared that Jay Giles had vacated his meat suit. I really don't like saying dying because I don't think you die. I think the meat suit just expires. But in any case, when I shared that over on Fakey Book the other day, my brother Choey, who used to come to the chat, but he is now otherwise occupied. He's very busy with his house. He put on there, well, I guess now he's going to find out if his angel really is a centerfold. So that's why I played that tonight. So thanks, Joey, for the little mental cue that you gave me there. And hasta la taco, Jay Giles. See you in the afterworld, or the other world, or that place where you make the stars dance around. That's cool, though. I actually saw one the other night that was doing a little bit of a dance out there just to the... Okay, it was about at 7 o'clock from the moon. You know, where the little hand points to the 7. That's where it was. And it was kind of doing some dancing around. And then I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. And I said hi to him. And then I started scanning the rest of the sky. And there was another spot that was kind of going up and down. And then it would go side to side. And it was white with red and green flashing going around it. It was really kind of cool to watch. I was having fun standing out in my front yard with my doggies looking at me like, why aren't you throwing the ball? And I'm looking at what's up there in the skies and going, wow, that is kind of cool. Staple through the belly button. What? I don't know what you're talking about there, honey, but wow, staple through the belly button does not sound fun. Okay, back to saying hi, because, yeah, off on a tangent. JJ's! Hey, JJ's, how you doing? I'm going to assume that you were playing tunage prior to me jumping on the radio. So, hey, hon, I didn't get to listen. I was busy today at work. I've been busy. I also see Juana Taco is here. Hey there, sweetie. How you doing? I saw a video where there's this place that makes this super humongous pizza, and in the middle of that pizza, they put sour cream and guacamole and black olives, and then all around the edge they do all kinds of different flavors of tacos, so that when you cut your piece of pizza, you not only get this huge humongous piece of pizza, but you also get like 2 or 3 tacos depending on how big they cut the slices. And I thought, wow, that's a bellyache just waiting to happen. But you bet your sweet ass I want to try it. I have to go to Joyzy though to get it, and I really don't want to go to Joyzy. Been there, done that. Don't want to go again. I also see Meister Bra is in here. Hey, Meister Bra party. And looky there, Rob Works. Are you passing out the... Oh, I get it now. Thanks, Grim. Yeah, centerfolds always have the staple in the belly button. A little slow on the uptake. Thanks for handing me my butterfly net so I could catch that one. Whee! It's gonna be one of those nights, isn't it? It's been one of those days. May as well. Rob Works, did you pass out the bubbler there, dude? I saw the bud, but I didn't see the bubbler. Oh well. I'm sure he will show up with the bubbler here in just a wee bit. I heard that, Beth, that United Airlines was #1 in Chinese takeout. And then I also saw something on Twitter just a little bit ago about how a United flight had to be redirected because Russia would not allow them to fly over their airspace. And I thought, oh, really? Is this true? Is this for true? It was on Twitter. What the hell? It was on the internet. Must be true. But, you know, I remember way back in the day when it was the Mile High Club. And, you know, you were supposed to fly United. Apparently they've lost that one, haven't they? Oh, darn. That was a lot more fun. Oh, well. Trust #1 is in the house. Hey there, Trust. How you doing? I also see Vinny. Hey, Vinny. How you? How's things going out there in the boonies with you doing all your little motivating and puttering around in nature, don't you know? I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. I did see the other day, at least, that you were enjoying yourself. I also see Woodman is here. So, hey, we got Meisterbauer and Woodman. Damn, double dose. How cool is that? Phantom. Hi, Phantom. How you doing? Did you notice, sweetie, I'm playing your little blurb thingy that you did for me? I do appreciate that. I really do enjoy that. I don't always remember it because my remembery is not necessarily as good as it used to be, but hey, I played it. I see BTC Bob is here, as well as Dimma. Hi, Dimma. And looky there, Java Doctor 2 is in the house. Hey there, sweetheart. How's that lovely little Lily doing? You still have yet to show me pictures, hun. How in the hell am I supposed to do Grammy stuff if I don't have pictures to go, aww? Jehovah One is here. You can't detonate a nuke underground? You know what? Beth? Okay, I'd sidetrack. Remind me about that, okay? Jehovah One, who is the big bada boom, kaboom. He will, yeah, big kaboom. When Jehovah One decides to smite you, you know you've been smote. That's a word. I just said it, so it must be. Hi, Kozu. How you doing, sweetie? And looky there, the lovely Mary B from Down Under. And thank you ever so much for that music list that you shared earlier today, hon. Wow, I really did like it. I was kind of sort of getting my Wiccan groove going this morning while I was getting ready for my day, which is probably why things were so befuddled, because I was, otherworldly this morning. Yes, Grimmy. Nelson Dubois is in the house. Hi, Nelson. And looky there, North Force and Pond Sauce as well. Ooh, mental image time. The lovely Rain. Hi, Rain. How are you doing, sweetheart? And looky there, Sock Puppet, who's always got some really, really interesting stuff to share as well because he's Sock Puppet and that's what he does. Shares interesting stuff, don't you know? I also see Stats Bob as well as Tip Bob. So yeah, there's 3 Bobs in the house. Hi, Bob. Bob, Bob, and Bob. And to round out the crew, the one, the only, the Villy _ So there you go. That's everybody over here on the RLM chat. Hey there, hi there, ho there, one and all. Now, that thing about the nukes and underground, I watched a video, it's probably a couple years back now. And it was an older video. It was like someone had taken like an 8mm film and transferred it to YouTube. And this gentleman was talking about how you have to have certain alignments, celestial alignments and all this other fun shit. Like the sun has to be at a certain spot and our atmosphere has to be at a certain pressure, and I mean all kinds of things figured into it. You can't just set off a nuke just whenever you wish to. You can't just do this whole willy-nilly nuke shit, is what he was saying. And I thought it was quite fascinating, but I've gone back trying to find it and I don't know if I'm just not searching properly or what, but I haven't found it. Oh, and the Pepsi jokes. I saw a thing about Pepsi earlier today that they admit that they have an ingredient that causes cancer. It's like, oh, well, I'll bet you they've got some kind of congressional immunity, just like Monsanto / Bayer. But it's Bayer aspirin, don't you know? So, we are the most hated company right now. And, thank you for that. That's funny, Sock. Yeah. Give United just a little bit of time. It brings a whole new way of looking at flying United. Because when you take the old way of saying you're flying United, the Mile High Club thing, and now it's like, well, one way you were getting fucked and you liked it, and this way you're getting fucked and it's not quite so fun. Don't even get a kiss out deal, which, by the way, 25 minutes in, first F-bombs. So, what's this other one you shared, hon? Oh, the Fight Club section. That's funny. You're a sick man, Sock. That's part of the reason why I like you. You can hey! Thanks for that, Sock. I didn't know you could do that underground. That would probably be a best way to do it because, all the noxious fumes from all the hot air that they're full of. Probably be best to do that in a contained environment like underground. Way, way, way deep underground. And then seal it off. Because I think the half-life of those noxious fumes is like a lot longer than a lot of the nasty chemicals we're putting down under there anyway. So, which, that's something else I always wondered. If we've got all of this nuclear waste and it's so horrid and we don't have anywhere to put it, we're running out of places to put it, and, putting it on the bottom of the ocean isn't exactly the sharpest tool in the shed kind of move because, well, those containers leak and then it nukifies the oceans, and which, okay, we're killing them off anyway. But why don't they just load that shit onto like a rocket and send it into the sun? Because the sun is like a great big nuclear reactor anyway, so wouldn't that just be giving the sun fuel? I'm just pondering here. Just pondering. That was always something that I thought, what? I don't know if they're nuclear F-bombs yet or not, Grim. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm really feeling... I don't have the grrr going yet. Give me time. I might find something in my pocket that gives me a good grrr. One item added. What did I add? Oh, I don't know. What's blocking my success? What's this? Something just popped into my pocket. I just felt it. God, it's a bullshit thing. Okay, never mind. Moving along. So, let's see. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? How about I go with... I'll go with this one. Because I thought, wow, that's kind of interesting. Let's just check this shit out. And it was just basically, I saw, me, headlines grab my attention, and I'm like, oh, wow, it's so shiny. This one has Boogeyman in it, though, so that's why I got drawn to it. AI thinks that global warming is increasing ticks in Alabama, except it's cooled over the last century there. So this is by Anthony Watts, and it's from whatsupwiththat.com. So let's check this out. So it's from the You Really Should Check the Data Before You Invoke the Universal Boogeyman Department. What? Check data? Make sure you got facts to back up your supposition? What? What? They don't do that shit. Duh. Get with the program. Apparently, according to, it's Alabama.com, the black-legged tick or deer tick is known to carry and transmit the bacteria that causes Lyme disease. And it's one of the 4 species of tick found in Alabama. So, apparently, it's supposed to be a very bad tick year for Alabama this year. And climate change is a factor. It is, because they said so it must be true. 2017 could be a record year. Note they said could be. Could be. There's those very vague words again. But it could be, if such a thing could be, it would be. Could be a record year for ticks and tick-borne illnesses, which, in other words, and it's not necessarily them little creepy crawly ticks, neither, because there's bloodsuckers in every form of government. So maybe that's what they're alluding to. I don't know. No, I'm not going to give them that much credit. Nope. In any case, these illnesses, this is all according to one researcher who studies the arachnids in Alabama. I would say this is going to be a very bad tick year because it was a very mild winter. That's from Tim Salati, who is the chair of Southern Research's Infectious Diseases Department. Now, when you're in charge of an infectious diseases department, does that mean that you study infectious diseases or you inflict infectious diseases on the populace? I've never really been quite clear on that. In addition, he said that a warming climate has let certain species of ticks expand their range. And those changes are reflected in tick surveys in Alabama and other parts of the United States. I would hate to have that job where you have to go around with a little clipboard and survey every tick you see. I mean, number one, how long does it take to understand Tickanese? And then, you have to get really, really close, and little bastards might jump on you, and then they'd be little bloodsuckers, kind of like, it's a bloodsucker feeding off of a bloodsucker. Wow, that's kind of a circular thing, ain't it? But, yeah, I would hate that job. That would suck. Apparently, the winters are warmer, and the ticks recognize this, and they sense this change in their environment. So apparently, in the wintertime, the ticks are running around in shorts and wife beaters. Okay. Oh no! It has not warmed in Alabama in the last century, according to NOAA's own data. In fact, the average temperature has cooled since 1895. Aw, darn! I hate when that happens. Damn it, when you have actual graphs and statistics to blow your sorry ass excuse out of the water. Aw, honey, they're pretty colors. You might want to look at them. Oh well, and if ticks recognize this, they sense this change in their environment according to Tim. Salati. You'd think that they would sense that Alabama is getting cooler, especially in the daytime and the high temperatures. What is that, Skype? I don't know. I don't care. Oh, go away. Go away, Skype. Let's see. So here is the problem. Tim is conflating. What does conflating mean? It's a fancy word that I've never used before. But apparently he's doing that to the weather with climate. Huh. Weather patterns typically span days to weeks, while climate is defined in 30-year intervals. This is according to the World Meteorological Organization, or WMO. So, climate, sometimes understood as the average weather, is defined as the measurement of the mean and variability of relevant quantities of certain variables, such as temperature, precipitation, or wind, over a period of time, ranging from months to thousands or millions of years. See, climate is very vast. It can be a very big thing. And we can't even predict weather yet, let alone climate. Classic period is 30 years, though, and this is as defined by the World Meteorological Organization. Climate is a wider sense, or in a wider sense, is the state, including a statistical description of a climate system. Ah, okay. Thank you, WMO, for that little whatever. So, blowing up. Thank you, Beth. So, in other words, he's full of hot air, which is probably where he's getting his global warming thing, because he's breathing on the little thermometer. He should stop doing that. He's messing with the records. In any case, thank you, Beth, for that. So, here's where he goes really, really wrong. The single end data point. December through February, the winter months for Alabama, there's a nice warm spike there, though not as warm as the spike in 1932. There's also an ever so slight, though statistically insignificant warming trend since 1895. But note on the legend, NOAA reports that it reports that as 0.0 degrees Fahrenheit per decade. So all in all, not much. So yeah, he most definitely blew that out of proportion. Wow, talk about another one of them mountains out of that molehill. Ooh, I strained myself stepping over that little bitty molehill. It must have been the sticker in my foot. That one warm point at the end, that's due to the weather pattern, my friends. It's called El Niño. El Niño and La Niña. Those are the two ones. Of which there was a very large one recently that affected Alabama's winter temperatures and precipitation. It also affected it out here. Got a little bit drier. Salati might be a tick expert. In other words, he's an expert at bloodsuckers. Okay. Does he work for the government? I think so. But to quote one of the favorite lines of climate skeptic detractors, he's not a climate scientist. While the data shows winter was warmer in Alabama, it isn't part of the long-term trend. And in fact, there were 3 periods in 1932, 1950, and 1957 that were warmer than this most recent winter. So, oops. So what's up with that? I think someone is just, he's trying to make sure that he has job security. There's going to be more ticks out there. I need another clipboard and another pen, and I need a tick guard, because you get close enough to hear them little bastards and they jump on you and start sucking your blood. And that's no fun, because that's my job. I'm supposed to suck the lifeblood out of you guys. Okay. Staggeringbeauty.com. Who is Staggering Beauty? Oh, that's cool, Grim. Grimmy posted I gotta check that shit out. That's gross, but it's cool. He shared a link over here in the chat with a tick engorged with mammal blood found fossilized in amber, which that's kind of gross. Just saying. So, I have to click on the Staggering Beauty. It's not going to do any. Okay. Oh, fun. Oh, that is fun. You got me, JJ's. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, Beth. That's true. Blowing up. It was he was giving us a verbal blowjob. That's what he's doing. Wasn't good for me, hon. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Okay, I'm going to put this over on this effing site as well while I'm thinking about it. So, yeah, because I'm thinking about it, and I probably ought to. You know how I get. Okay, come on, quit shifting. I'm waiting for my little emoji guys to quit shifting, because that's the one I wanted. And if you want to know which one I chose, you just need to sign up for Freedom's Network and go over and see. Because, yeah, I like to play. Okay, I'm going back to my pocket because I really do have some really cool stuff in there as well. But I just had to get, because that's just totally wackadoodliness, don't you know? And, oh no, that one's not so. Let's see. I got to do this because yesterday was the pink full moon, which it didn't look pink to me. You know, as it was rising, it looked kind of orangey. And then when it got, you know, that was just as I was getting ready to go and have a nice little soak in the tub because, yeah, I raked half of my yard and my burn bin is full. So, yeah, that's going to be fun to get. Oh, well. In any case, when I watched, I had to check it out before I hopped in the tub. And it was kind of orangey and very, very pretty. But since I don't have a high quality camera, I didn't take no pictures. And my mind's eye, I still see it there. So I really don't need a picture. But when I got out of the tub, it was higher in the sky and it was yellow. So, or white or whatever color. Yeah, it was glowy. It's very pretty. And it had this little haze all around it. But it never was pink. Not that maybe that happened when I was in the tub. I don't know. But this tells you where. This is from bustle.com, by the way. What is a pink moon? And here's what to know about April's lunar phenomenon. So let's find out, shall we? One night each year in April, the moon turns millennial pink. Really? It does? It is so true, honest and for true. So what is April's pink moon? If you think this pale pink sphere is going to rise in the sky on April 11th, just for you, you're right. No, I didn't see it pink. It was orange. The pink moon signals a time for everyone to plant, animals in hibernation, and the tired human spirit to awaken after a long cold winter. Time for everyone, including plants, animals in hibernation, and tired humans. Okay, so I was supposed to wake up, then why was I so sleepy today? Oh yeah, that's right. I was doing corporate training. Those things are so frickin' boring. In any case, the moon gets its name from ground phlox, one of the first spring flowers that sprouts a mossy pink bloom. So see, the moon isn't necessarily pink, it's just that it gets that name from that pink flower. The pink moon also dictates the beginning of the Jewish Passover and the Hindu Hanuman festival. And in Arabic-speaking Islamic traditions, the night of the full moon is called Badr. I'm sure I buggered that up too. For full. But the root of the word also has connotations of health and beauty. This is according to space.com. Additionally, April was known by the Old English name Estremonab, or Easter month, by Christians in England. But Easter isn't always in April. So if you're wondering why full moons have different names, the answer lies in basic survival tactics. Really? Lunar cycles were named by Native Americans, who used the moon to track seasons so that they would know when to plant and when to harvest. Okay? During different times of the year. Many tribes kept track of time by observing the seasons and lunar months. Although, due to people being isolated in their own regions, before phones and the internet, not all tribes followed the same lunar calendar, which, all around the world. So, for some, the year consists of 4 seasons, while other tribes counted 5 seasons to a year. Some tribes defined a year as 12 moons, while others assigned it 13. Certain tribes, using the lunar calendar, added an extra moon every few years. So, okay, is that the blue moon? This is to keep in sync with the seasons, and this is also according to the Farmer's Almanac. The pink moon goes by a few other names too, because of those pesky communication limitations from the olden days, that not everyone got the memo that it's been decided to call April's full moon the pink moon. See, you don't get the memo out, and then that's probably why it looked yellow to me. One alternative name is the sprouting grass moon, which, I got sprouting grass out here. I'm going to have to mow this weekend, which is aptly named for the time when new blades of grass break through the earth's soil. Coastal tribes called it the fish moon to mark the time when certain fish swam upstream to spawn, while others referred to it as the walking or waking moon, because animals awoke from their hibernations. The name pink moon was given to April's full moon by northern Native American tribes. So, let's see. The pink moon is best viewed between April 10th through the 12th, so maybe tonight it'll be pink. But it might not necessarily look pink. Shit! So, if you're into the whole pink moon thing, pop on some glasses with a little rose-colored lenses, and, I don't have any of those. Darn it. So, astrologers say that this is a time when things should start falling into place. Puzzle time! Cool. So I can get out that 3 to 5 year puzzle, and if I can get it done in an evening, I will be a total overachiever. Cosmically, though, it's all coming together. Wildish energy, unavoidable challenge, self-doubt, reaffirmation, and renewal. All of this is under April's full pink moon, coupled with a lunar eclipse in Scorpio. This is according to Robert McDowell on Moon Circles. And don't you feel the urge to get moving? Not really. Would you like to take your primary relationship to the next level? The cat's already sitting on my lap. Or reconnect with a long-gone friend. If they're long gone, that means I'd have to have a seance, doesn't it? There's no better time or place than right now right here. Except, excuse me, Mercury is in retrograde. And like, I'm not doing anything rash while Mercury's in retrograde because, ah! Well, that's what you hear. Everybody's going, Mercury's in retrograde. Ah! Okay, so, whatever. So, there you have it. The pink moon is a time to pursue your dreams and reignite to your passions. So what are you waiting for? Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm waiting for the cat to get off my lap. I don't know. Hi, Cowboy Tech. How are you doing, sweetheart? He's such a sweetie. Just big hairy dudes? Who's the big hairy dudes? What? I'm a woman named Isis Harambe. Oh, that would totally suck to have that for a name, wouldn't it? Okay, now I'm going to have to look because you guys are talking about her. Let's see. Let me check this shit out on the Daily Dot. Thanks, Grim, for sharing that. Because now I gotta look. If she's got that piercing of eyes, I'm gonna think, oh man, don't pierce me. Okay. Isis Harambe is real, and so is her name. Ah. Cool eyeliner, hun. Or not. So, apparently, a parent, in order to provide a more viral future for their child, gives them a very unique name. Then they infiltrate a group of neocon policymakers to persuade them to launch an ill-advised invasion of a Middle Eastern nation in an effort to destabilize the region and hope that the splinter organization rises from the warring factions. Now we see how their diabolical plan went into action. We see now. Aha. Then, over a decade later, they heard a zoo and caused an incident in such concern that authorities are forced to euthanize a beloved animal. They are so evil. See how their evil plan works? It's... Oh... Not her eyes. Okay, thanks, Beth. See, that's what happens when I jump in the middle of a chat. It's like, what the hell? Okay. Oh, the gorilla. Hey, sailor. Ooh. Okay, now I got to get back to this because I was into the whole Natasha kind of thing going on here. Okay, apparently it's a tale as old as time. Am I right? But enough about the guy named Al-Qaeda, Tatiana, the Siberian. Oh, let me try that again. Al-Qaeda Tatiana, the Siberian tiger. Who did that? Let's see. We're talking about Isis Harambe, who, yes, really exists, and the name is real, too. This is according to California authorities. I trip out with my name constantly. Why, honey? Enjoy it. Isis, whose full name is Isis Harambe Spjit. Whoa. That's some consonants that really shouldn't be put together. Makes me spit. Oh, apparently she told the Daily Dot this. So, like when I meet people, I tell them my name and they're like, that's crazy and that's funny. And I would work it. If that was my name, I would really work it, hun. You know, get the whole belly dancer costume thing going on too. If you could do that, just really work it, girlfriend. Work it, work it. Apparently she really has a most unique name in the world. Well, okay, it may not be the most unique name in the world, but it is kind of cool. Apparently, she achieved internet notoriety this week when a man came into her restaurant and started bantering with her. He came into my work, I'm a hostess at a restaurant and he was flirting with me, and then I told him my name and he didn't believe me. Andre Golo. Apparently he told her that his name was Andre Megastalin. Really? So she sent him a photo ID of her to stamp out his doubts, and he asked if he could tweet it out, which, okay. By the way, this might be the most badass part of the whole name. Her last name means spear in Scandinavian. Sweet! Sweet! So, she's Isis Harambe Spear. Cool. Cool. That is a fun name. Thanks, Grammy. I'm not going to do any, because, yeah. I will share this, though. That's kind of cool. I would love to. It would be fun to have a name like that, but I don't. I have mine. And I don't want to take her name because, well, it's her name. And what would I do? Then I wouldn't be Grammy Mary anymore. I would be Grammy Isis Harambe Spear. So, don't do that. Just a minute. I gotta share this. How fun. Okay. People already think that I'm odd, but that's okay. I enjoy being odd. Huh? Oh. Okay, I got some notifications I gotta check real fast here. Okay. Now that I'm done checking them. Holy smokes, Batman, Twitter's going nuts. I better shut that. Okay. Grimmy, did you share that over on the effing site? Excuse me, by the way, for doing that thing on ya. Because if you didn't, I am. Right now. Right now. Right here. Right now. That is kind of cool. I think I'll do that one too. Just 'cause. Okay. Now, let's see. Back to my pocket I go. So, do you want to find out who you really are? Let's see. Phoenix tapes, no. I put a lot of shit in my, yeah. In my pocket. Not necessarily shit, because, well, oh, God. No. Did you guys get to see that video I shared earlier today in the chat? Any of you? You know, the one that was a Facebook video? I love that last joke. You know, the constipated mathematician, how he took care of it? He worked it out with his pencil. But it was a number 2 pencil. I got to remember that so I can tell my grandkids, because they'll just love that. We did it. Oh, yeah, I should tell you about my weekend. How I Spent My Weekend by Grammy Mary. Okay, I put it over there, Grimmy. Thank you, hon. That was fun. It was rather offbeat. Buy a load of Pepsi t-shirts and mini medical kits and pass them out. You're a sick man, Sock Puppet. Part of your charm, honey. Part of your charm. Okay. Ouch. Kitty cat has claws. Owie. Okay, I was going to tell you about my weekend. Okay, my weekend was absolutely splendiferous. The weather was nice, for the most part. I mean, there was a time frame in there where I thought I brought Kansas with me because windier than a sumbitch. I mean, it was so windy that the headband thing that I had on blew off. That's how windy it was. It's bad. That was out at the soccer game, which my grandson's team lost by 1 point in the last 2 minutes. Darn it all. But they played really, really, really well. Every time the other team would score, then they would come back and tie it back up, and vice versa. And yeah, the last 2 minutes they just couldn't tie it back up again. But hey, it was a good game. They played well. My granddaughter did an amazing job with the dance troupe that she's in. It was influential women of history. Now, I wouldn't necessarily have chosen some of these women, but, their dance teacher is younger and, has different tastes, because the ones that she chose was Rosie the Riveter, which, okay, get that, Audrey Hepburn, Marilyn Monroe, Amelia Earhart, and then she had Beyonce and Madonna, and there was one other one. Who was it? I can't think of the other one. My granddaughter was Madonna, and she looked so cool. I mean, she had and it was the 80s Madonna, not the Iron Maiden bra Madonna, but whatever. Like in the Desperately Seeking Susan time frame. But they did really, really, really well, and the dance was going great, and then the music cut out halfway through the dance. But those girls kept going, and I said that they barely missed a beat, which I think if you didn't know the dance routine, which the last time I was out there, I saw them do practicing for like an hour and a half. I went to her dance practice with her, and so I knew the routine, so that's how I could tell where they had that little bit of a hesitation. But other than that, them girls just kept on going. They did wonderful. There was a couple of them that I could tell that they were doing their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 thing. You could see their lips moving, but you couldn't hear them saying it. But they did good. They did really good. I was very proud of them. And then later on that evening, I won at Yahtzee. And my other grandson was mad at me because I stole his Yahtzee mojo, apparently. So, but all in all, it was a wonderful weekend. Nothing uneventful on the way there or on the way back. And then when I got home, I raked half the yard, and last night I finished the other half of the yard. So, that's how I spent my weekend. And apparently, Grimmy, did you do the dork table with Flash or Rooney Head? I heard little snippets of the dork table, and I heard you talking with Flash, so I didn't know if that was from this last weekend or if it was from a prior one. But poor Flash, I always leave him alone and abandoned. Poor baby. In any case, now that I've told you about my weekend, let's see. How about we go with this one? Yeah, may as well go with this one. I saw this one earlier, and yeah, you got to call bullshit where bullshit, because you don't want to step in it. Like if you're walking along and all of a sudden someone goes, bullshit! No, I'm not talking about what someone said. You just stepped in it. Which, yeah, anytime a politician opens their mouth, you can pretty much figure they're going to step in it. So this is from the shithitthefan.com. Putin calls out phony chemical weapons attack. False flags. More are coming. Which is, every time I see the doom and gloom brigade doing their humping and a thumping, I think, people, honey, they're doing this shit to get you scared. Because they really do feed off of that. I really do think that there is kind of a vibe thing going on that they feed off of. If nothing else, it helps propagate the story. It continues their narrative. If you keep going, really? Oh, okay. Thanks, Grimmy. So it was Moosey and you. Okay. Cool. I'm going to have to try and listen to it then. Nifty. Thank you, hon. So, let's see. This article was apparently written by Tyler Durden, and it was originally published on Zero Hedge. So, with Rex Tillerson on his way to Russia, Mother Russia. Moments ago, Russian President Vladimir Putin shocked reporters when he said that Russia has received intelligence from trusted sources that more attacks using chemical weapons were being prepared on the Damascus region. meant to pin the blame on Assad government, which that would not surprise me one damn bit. We have reports from multiple sources that false flags like this one, and I cannot call it otherwise, are being prepared in other parts of Syria, including the southern suburbs of Damascus. They plan to plant some chemical there and accuse the Syrian government of an attack. Now, I've been seeing the meme floating around, and I've shared it a couple of times myself of, he was winning the war. He was taking out ISIS. He was taking out all of these other asshats that are invading his country or, his homeland, however you wish to put that. And he was actually winning, or from what I understand, he was actually winning. God, I can't trust any of that shit anymore. But why, when you're actually winning at the game, would you want to sink your own battleship by gassing your own people? Why would you want to do that? And then make such an obvious trail of breadcrumbs leading right to your door. Why? Assad does not strike me as an ignoramus. Our government, there's an awful lot of them in there, or I really can't say our government. I don't want to claim them, but they're the asshats in DC. I don't know that I'd necessarily call a bunch of them or very many of them Einsteins by any stretch of the imagination. And Einstein really wasn't that sharp of a feller either. He just had some really good people around him and knew how to put puzzle pieces together very well. Not saying he was an idiot, but there's smarter people out there. In any case, back to this. The Russian president announced that Russia will officially turn to the UN in The Hague for an investigation of the chemical weapons used in Idlib. Moscow has dismissed suggestions that the Syrian government that it backs could be behind the attack, which I think yeah. Who's got the most to gain from that? That's the one you need to be looking at. Seriously. All incidents reminiscent of the chemical attacks that took place in Idlib must be thoroughly investigated, Putin said. Just a sec, I got a drink. Now, Damascus denied the allegations, noting that the targeted area may have been hosting chemical weapons stockpiles belonging to Islamic State, formerly ISIS or ISIL, or al-Nusra Front jihadists, which, you see an awful lot of other shit, too, that I think, how many of those jihadists are really Islamic and how many of them are just really, really high-paid mercenaries that are very good at behaving like some crazed Islamic asshat. I'm not saying that all of them aren't Islamic, but I'll bet you there's a bunch of them that aren't. Okay, or Muslim for that matter. The incident has not been properly investigated as yet, but the U.S. fired dozens of cruise missiles at a Syrian air base in a demonstration of force over what it labeled a chemical attack by Damascus. Now, number one, how many people jumped all over Bush Jr.? How many people jumped all over his ass for some of the shenanigans that he pulled on the war front? And then, how many of those same people went, oh, I don't see nothing, when Dangleberry pulled some of the same damn shenanigans? And now that Trumpelstiltskin is pulling it, are you getting tired of this? Are you starting to see the pattern here? Pulling the same damn shenanigans? It's not whoever is in that house in D.C. that's calling the shots. Someone else that doesn't go through the whole popularity contest that makes you think you got to choose them even though you really didn't get to choose them. Someone else is making those decisions and has continued to make those decisions, and the POTUS is just merely the scapegoat. They are the sacrificial lamb. Plain and simple. And if they do not like the way things are going, they just get to taken to a little movie theater room and shown the Zapruder film. Again, the unedited version. It's all a bunch of shit. It really is. And we need to just stop it. I would love to see people in the armed forces just start telling their whoever above them when they make some kind of orders, just tell them, no, that person hasn't done anything to me. And I want to know why the hell it's any of our goddamn business. Number 2, unless we are invited over to help out, we need to clean up our own frickin' backyard. Because, all those children in Flint, Michigan that have been poisoned. How about that lovely river that the EPA poisoned out in Colorado? There's all kind of places. How about all the frickin' chemtrails in our skies over here? Talk about using chemical weapons on innocent civilians. Let's talk about it, shall we? Think we need to clean up our own backyard before we start pointing fingers and dropping bombs elsewhere. But, then again, that doesn't fit in with the current narrative. So, Putin also pointed out that the latest U.S. missile strike in Syria bring to mind the United States UN Security Council address in 2003 that led to the invasion of Iraq. An address which has now been thoroughly debunked as using flawed information to garner global support for an invasion. Shock! For intelligence agencies that are supposedly gathering all of this good, viable intelligence, I want to know who in the hell they're talking to, because obviously they're talking to some basement boy that lives in a little cubicle with a bunch of plumbing pipes and ventilation ductwork over his head, and he's got the white tape on the bridge of the nose of his glasses and a little pocket protector, and he's going, what kind of shit can I make up today? And tell them that, oh no, I have this on very good sources, which prefer to remain anonymous. Really? I gotta move on from this. This is making me nuttier. And I just really don't. It's a bunch of bullshit. Bob Marley weed. Sweet! Oh, that would be just absolutely awesome, Grimmy, if the evidence did come back and say that. And, while we're at it, if, wasn't it Israel? Didn't they use white phosphorus? I mean, Israel's hands are not clean in this whole mess either. So, grr. Okay. I'm just going to move along. Did I share that? I don't remember if I did or not. I don't think I did. I don't know if you guys saw this the other day or if this was something that I pulled out of the Adam thingy. Wow. Probably got it from Adam because that's a really frickin' long address. Oh well. I do think it's bullshit. I don't trust Putin any more than I do Trumples, because Rumpelstiltskin, Rumpelstiltskin is supposedly everything he liked to weave gold, take straw and weave it into gold, and yeah, he ain't making no gold, that's for damn sure. And Putin, I hear that and I think somebody's got gas. So I think I'm going to go. I need something zenish. I need to clear my space, cause yeah, Mercury's in retrograde. So let's clear my space and get a little zen, shall we? Not Zen Dog. I miss Zen Dog. Zen Dog, who used to be on World Truth. He was kind of fun to banter with. Very intelligent young man. In any case, this is from The Power of Ideas at ideapod.com. No selfies, no sarcasm, only great ideas. How cool is that? So this is 15 quotes from Zen philosophy that will help you find out who you really are. Hey, no, they wouldn't get it in DC. So, one of the most intriguing questions to ask ourselves is, who am I? I'm Grammy. I know that. We've probably all pondered this at some point in our lives. It's a difficult question to answer. Is it my name or my role or place in life that defines me? Or is it something much more than that? It's all of the above and then some. Zen philosophy that has dealt with this question for thousands of years, and they've come up with some very profound answers. So, here are some of the most inspiring quotes on the real you from Zen masters and Zen philosophers. And at the end, there's also an epic video from Alan Watts on how you define yourself, which I truly do enjoy listening to Alan Watts. I don't necessarily agree with everything he had to say, but I love listening to him. He's got such a fun tone to his voice and his accent. So it's very soothing. So it's hypnotic. Well, no, not really, but it is nice to listen to. In any case, number 1, listen to your being. It's continuously giving you hints. It's a still, small voice. It does not shout at you. That is true. Really, mine shouts at me. And if you are a little silent, you will start feeling your way. Be the person you are. Never try to be another. And you will become mature. Maturity is accepting the responsibility of being oneself, whatsoever the cost. Risking all to be oneself. That's what maturity is all about, and that's from Osho. And also, Dr. Seuss says that you are you. That is truer than true, and no one else can be as you as you. So, or something along those lines. Number 2, truth is not to be found outside. No teacher, no scripture can give it to you. It's inside of you, and if you wish to attain it, seek your own company. Be with yourself. That is also from Osho. And you know, that I have found that really is, it's really, really hard to learn to be accepting with each other's until you learn to be accepting with yourself. And in order to learn to be accepting of yourself, you have to actually get to know yourself. And sometimes you need to just kind of go off by yourself in order to do that. So I think that's where my last couple of years out here in the boonies has been absolutely wonderful, because I'm getting to know me, and wow, I'm crazy. But in a fun way. Or at least for me, I'm having fun with it. So, number 3, the moment you become miserly, you are closed to the basic phenomenon of life, which is expansion and sharing. The moment you start clinging to things, you have missed the target. You just have missed. Because things are not the target. Your innermost being is the target. Not a beautiful house, but a beautiful you. Not much money, but a rich you. Not many things, but an open being, available to millions of things. This is also from Osho, which I'm thinning down the things that own me because I have an awful lot of things that own me, and they own me. I may have gone out and used monopoly money to purchase them, but they own me because I now have to take care of them and protect them and clean them and all that fun stuff. And it's like, wow, I have entirely too many things that own me. So I'm culling the herd, if you will. Number 4, melting our attachment to self is the most powerful medication for bringing mental and emotional imbalances in check. Now that's wow, that's a humdinger of a name. Dzigar Kongtrul Rinpoche. Okay, DKR. That's what I'm going to call him. If there's another one from him or her, it's DKR from now on. Number 5, no one saves us but ourselves. Oh my God, that is so true. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. That's from Gautama Buddha. However, from Buddha. Which is true. You know, nobody's going to be able to save us other than ourselves. And no matter how much you wish to help someone, no matter how much you wish to save them or make things a little bit easier, you're not doing them any favors. You really need to let them walk their path themselves. And you need to let them fall and scuff their knees themselves, because they're not going to learn. Maybe, you know, you can kind of let them lean on you once in a while, but don't try and do it for them. And please, dear God, don't try and steer them, because they're going to have to figure out what choices they need to make on their own. And it's really none of your damn business either. You know, just like it's none of their business how you choose to do. So long as you are not inflicting harm against them, it's none of the damn business. Okay, number 6, billions of years ago. I love this one. You were a big bang, but now you're a complicated human being. And then we cut ourselves off and don't feel that we're still the big bang. But you are. It depends on how you define yourself. You are actually, if this is the way things started, if there was a big bang in the beginning, you're not something that's a result of the big bang. You're not something that is a sort of puppet on the end of the process. You are still the process. You are the Big Bang, the original force of the universe, coming on as whoever you are. And each and every one of us is just another little piece of the Big Bang expanding. We are all part of that Big Bang expansion. And you know, when that clicks inside your head, it's like, wow, big bada boom, let me tell you. So, when I meet you, I see not just what you define yourself. I see every one of you as the primordial energy of the universe coming on at me at this particular way. I know I am that too, but we've learned to define ourselves as separate from it. You, by being this organism, call into being this whole universe of light and color and hardness and heaviness and everything. That's Alan Watts. And from that whole section there he also goes into the sun is the only way the sun is light is if we have eyes to be able to observe that light. Because if we have no eyes, then how do you know that there is light? I mean, he really goes into pointing out a lot of things that I went, wow, okay. I love it when people ask questions like that and make you stop and kind of consider an alternate way of viewing things. And if you had no eyes, would you be viewing it? Or would you just be feeling it? Or would you be hearing it? What if you had no ears? You wouldn't hear it either. You would be feeling it. It's kind of, wow, off on a tangent. So, number 7. What I'm really saying is that you don't need to do anything, because if you see yourself in a correct way, you are all as much extraordinary phenomenon of nature as trees, clouds, the patterns in running water, the flickering of fire, the arrangement of the stars, and the form of the galaxy. You are all just like that, and there's nothing wrong with you at all. That is also Alan Watts. Number 8, if you forget yourself, you become the universe. That's Hakuin Ikako. Number 9, we live in a group stupidity. Yeah. Okay, we live in a group stupidity and confuse this insanity with true experience. It is essential that you become transparent to yourself and wake up from this madness. Zazen means taking leave of the group and walking on your own 2 feet. That's from Soyen Shaku. Number 10, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Thank you, Buddha, for that. Number 11, you say you want to get rid of the noise, but you and the noise go together. You have to be you without you, and all noise will stop. The real you is the formless witness within. The person, the noisy one, is only imagined. To recognize this is freedom. That's from Mosho. And I think Buckaroo Banzai said pretty much the same thing. No matter where you go, well, okay, he went on a little bit different tangent, but no matter where you go, there you are. Because, it doesn't make any difference where you travel on this planet. You take yourself with you. And odds are you are going to take the same problems that you had. I'm leaving here because I have all of these problems here. And when you move, those problems go with you. It's when you move on mentally and step away mentally and say, no more, that's when you leave the problems behind. It's not a physical location. It's a mental. Number 12, don't worry about anything at all. You're not here by accident. This form is just a costume for a while. But the one who is behind the costume, this one is eternal. You must know this. If you know this and trust this, you don't have to worry about anything. This world is so full of love, and your heart, your being, is so full of love, so full of peace. You don't have to go to someplace else to find peace. It's right where you are. That is also from Mosho. And that's one of those things that a lot of people say, we must bring peace to planet Earth. You cannot bring peace to planet Earth. Planet Earth is at peace. Planet Earth can be peaceful all on its own. It's each and every one of us that need to find our own peace. That's when humanity will know peace. Mother Earth, if we obliterate ourselves, it'll be nice and peaceful here for a while until she comes up with something else to populate the planet with. But, it's us individuals that we need to find our own peace and realize it's not in someone else. We need to shut up and listen. Wow, I need to shut up and listen. I'll do that after I'm done. Number 13, always be yourself, express yourself, have faith in yourself. Do not go out and look for a successful personality and duplicate it. That was Bruce Lee. Thank you, Bruce Lee. Number 14, note that this journey is uniquely yours, no one else's. So the path has to be your own. You cannot initiate someone else's journey and still be true to yourself. Are you prepared to honor your uniqueness in this way? And you know what? They forgot to put who said that at the end of this one. Damn it! And finally, number 15, knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. But mastering yourself is true power. This is Lao Tzu. And there is a video attached. And I've listened to that video, and it really is a very nice Alan Watts video. So, Woody, what are you talking about? Oh, are you talking about Bitcoin? Hun, I have no freaking clue on all that Bitcoin stuff. Nirvana! Woo woo! Kim Jong-un orders immediate evacuation of what? Pyongyang. What the hell? What's he doing now? Kim, don't make me come over there. Pyongyang. Oh, this is as tensions with U.S. escalate. Okay, I'm just not even gonna. You know what? If they blow the place to smithereens, they blow the place to smithereens. I don't know that there's a whole hell of a lot each and every one of us individuals can do as an individual to stop them from blowing the place to smithereens. Or from making us all have permanent glow-in-the-dark orange afros. If they are intent on that, and that's the one thing that really disturbs. I'm not fearful of it, but it is. I find it somewhat disturbing that the tards that be, the leeches that be, are most definitely a caged animal. I think they most definitely know they are short time in it. They don't have much control anymore, and so that's why they're ramping things up and why they're inundating us with all of this false flag bullshit. You know, to keep people in that uncertainty zone instead of being centered and going, you know what, fuck you, I don't want to listen to your shit. I'm going to tend to my business. I'm going to go about my life and not mess with anybody else, not hurt anybody else. Y'all are messing with that. Yeah. Night, Vinny. Yeah, Grammy, I probably could put him over my knee and whoop his sorry little ass, but he'd probably like that, and I don't know that I necessarily want to do that. News on the Kardashians. I could give two shits less about the Kardashians, too. So, you know, I get so frustrated with this shit. But I guess. They are going to behave like caged little animals, and if they get to the point where they just kind of, if I can't have it, no one can. And I think when it gets to that point, there are enough people in there that are going along just to see how far it's going to go. And if it ever gets to that point, I think they're going to nip it in the bud. I don't think it's going to be a cure-all, be-all, end-all. But, yeah. Things are going to get interesting. We are most definitely living in interesting times. Okay, I'm going to go back to my pocket. See if I have anything else in there that I just plain got to get to tonight. Okay. I think I'll go to... Ooh, I know. Let's go to Pig. I got to check out what's the news of the day today. So, love and marriage goes together. Al Bundy. picture on the top. That's the only reason that song popped into my head. Okay, the pick of the day is science versus pseudoscience. Oh, here we go. This should be fun. So, in science, science follows the evidence wherever it leads, embraces criticism, uses precise terminology with clear definitions, claims are conservative and tentative, properly considers all evidence and arguments, uses rigorous and repeatable methods, engages with peers and community, follows careful and valid logic, and changes with new evidence. Now, just reading that little bit right there, we obviously have very little real science going on in the world anymore. Because, wow, they're missing the mark on most of those. Now, pseudoscience, however, starts with a conclusion, then works backwards to confirm it. Global warming. Hostile to criticism. Global warming. Uses vague jargon to confuse and evade. Grandiose claims that go beyond the evidence. It cherry picks only favorite evidence, relies on testimonials or weak evidence, uses flawed methods with unrepeatable results, alone mavericks working in isolation. Wow, I'm pseudoscience just by that. Uses inconsistent and invalid logic. Oh, I've been known to do that too. And they are also dogmatic and unyielding. Wow, sounds like government to me. Pseudoscience, brought to you by big government. Yay, that is, I'm going to go ahead and share this pic so y'all can have fun with it if you wish. Like tweet it or whatever. Them pig boys, they come up with some good stuff every once in a while, don't you know? Okay, the word of the day is Barney Fife. Usually the idiot son of a high-ranking official, this zealously inept officer is a fixture on every small-town police force from sea to shining sea, which, yeah, they are. In the quotable quotes section, you won't find Mayberry or Sheriff Andy Taylor in rural America, but every town has its Barney Fife. Yeah, true. And today's question is America's Barney Fife infestation the basement boys' revenge? Yes, I do believe it is. So, idle thoughts. I read that 4,153,237 people got married last year. Not to cause any trouble, but shouldn't that be an even number? Well, one would think. Today, a man knocked on my door and asked for a small donation towards the local swimming pool. I gave him a glass of water. Oh, Hambo, you're naughty. I find it ironic that the colors red, white, and blue stand for freedom until they're flashing right behind you. That is true. I wonder. Wow. Wow, I hadn't thought of it like that. A recent study has found that women who carry a little extra weight live longer than the men who mention it. Yeah. Relationships are a lot like algebra. Have you ever looked at your ex and wondered why? Moving along. I'll just leave that one right there. America is a country which produces citizens who will cross the ocean to fight for democracy but won't cross the street to vote. Okay, one is stupid and the other one is not. And I'll let you decide which one. Okay, you know that tingly little feeling you get when you like someone? That's your common sense leaving your body. I know it did that. So it's like one of those little joy buzzers, from handshakes. That's what. Okay. Common sense has left the building. Did you know that dolphins are so smart that within a few weeks of captivity, they can train people to stand on the very edge of the pool and throw them fish? Wow. See? And people think they're the smartest critter on the planet. Ha! My therapist says that I have a preoccupation with vengeance. We'll see about that. Oh, I think my neighbor is stalking me, and she's been Googling my name on her computer. I saw it through my telescope last night. Oh, wow. That's just kind of creeper. Wow. See, that's one of the nice things about having to put plastic up on your windows out here in the boonies, because it kind of blurs the view. So, oh, money talks, but mine only ever says goodbye. Yeah, mine doesn't. Mine just kind of says, "You thought you could keep me? Yeah, I'm a thing." Oh, you're not fat. You're just easier to see. Did you know that fat people are harder to kidnap too? That's true. If you think nobody cares whether you're alive or not, try missing a couple of payments. Yeah, that's true. I always wondered what the job application is like at Hooters. Do you just give them your bra and say, "Here, fill this out"? Oh, do they just give you oh. Okay, I get that. It would help if I would read that right, wouldn't it? I can't understand why women are okay that J.C. Penney's has an older women's clothing line named Sag Harbor. Oh, that's just sad. Oh, God, I'd never thought of that. I don't shop at J.C. Penney's, so it's like, okay. Wow. Apparently, Hambo's therapist said that his narcissism causes him to misread social situations. Pretty sure she's hitting on him. Oh, Hambo, honey, it's no. My 60-year kindergarten reunion is coming up soon, and I'm worried about the 175 pounds I've gained since then. Wow. Kindergarten reunion. Wow. Okay. Denny's has a slogan: if it's your birthday, the meal is on us. And if you're on Denny's and it's your birthday, your life sucks. It's kind of true. The pharmacist asked me my date of birth again today. I'm pretty sure she's going to get me something. No, honey. Okay, the location of your mailbox shows you how far away from your house you can be in a bathrobe before you start looking like a mental patient. Halfway down the block and outside the fence. Wow, I can get outside the fence and still not look like a mental patient. This is cool. Awesome. So, I think it's pretty cool how Chinese people made the language entirely out of tattoos. Oh, money can't buy happiness, but it keeps the kids in touch. That's true. That is true. And finally, the reason Mayberry was so peaceful and quiet was because nobody was married. Andy, Aunt Bee, Barney, Floyd, Howard, Goober, Gomer, Sam, Ernest T. Bass, Helen, Thelma Lou, Clara, and of course Opie were all single. The only married person was Otis, and he stayed drunk most of the time. So, yeah. There you go. Okay, this date in history, April the 12th, 1877. A great leap forward for sports gear. Catcher's mask used for the first time makes it much harder to pick a baseball catcher out of a lineup. Yes, it does. This date in history, April the 12th, 1938. The Empire State Killjoys take all of the fun out of life as the first state to require medical tests for marriage licenses. A simple alive no longer sufficient. Apparently they want the medical test to make sure you ain't marrying your brothers, sisters, cousins, nephews, whatever. Ew. And finally, this date in history, April the 12th, 1988, the ivory tower eggheads at Harvard patent genetically engineered mouse. Celebrate by making it Dean of Women's Studies Department. Why does that not surprise me? Thank you, Hambo and Porcus, for the humorous little tidbits today. And also, I know Hambo's lovely bride puts some of that information out there as well. So thank you ever so much, hun, for doing that. Okay, I am going to go to Oopie. Okay. Wow, so many choices over here on Oopie. Okay. Here we go, from UPI.com. Florida. Oh. Nobody was getting laid in Mayberry. Well, that kind of sucks too, doesn't it? I wouldn't think they would be quite so relaxed. I would think you would be more relaxed once you got laid. You know, like puts me to sleep. Been a while. Okay. Moving along. OP. Back over here. What was it? Whoa, wait a minute. Put the oil and butter in there. Oh, okay. Sweet. Okay, back over here to UPI. A Florida police department is combating vehicle burglaries with a tongue-in-cheek infomercial promoting a new product, door locks. The Davie Police Department posted a video to YouTube responding to a recent rash of vehicle burglaries in the area in the form of an infomercial hosted by Sergeant Chad Rosen, who notes that he was once a cute kid in a decades-old Kodak film commercial. Today I'm here to tell you about a fascinating, revolutionary concept that's going to save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, Rosen said. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it isn't. Introducing the door lock. This revolutionary device comes standard with all vehicles. The video includes a dramatization of the aftermath of a car burglary as well as a real statistic. 47% of vehicle burglaries reported in Davie last year were perpetrated on unlocked cars. Now, a door lock is such a wonderful idea. Goes right along with blinker fluid. When you actually stop and consider that if the doors are locked, okay, number one, 47% of all vehicle burglaries reported were on vehicles that were unlocked, which means that 53% of them were locked. Which means that either they jimmied the lock or they busted the window, which is what happened to my youngest daughter's car twice in 1 year's time while she was living at an apartment complex that was a gated complex. Twice within this gated community, she had the passenger window busted out of her car. And once, her roommate had not only had the passenger window busted out of her car, but they hotwired her car and made off with it. And you know what? It was when she posted it to Facebook what her car looked like, and a couple other friends shared it around on Facebook. The cops didn't find it. People on Facebook found it. And she reported it to the police, and it still took them 2 days to investigate where the car had been dumped. So, yeah, POTUS, police, all. Psh. So, yeah, don't give me this 47% of the vehicles burglarized were unlocked, because the 53% were locked. Cute concept, cute idea. You know, kind of like telling people make sure that your vehicle has plenty of blinker fluid when you get out there on the highways so that, yeah, actually use your blinkers. I see that, sock puppet. Ward, weren't you a little hard on the beaver last night? Ooh, wow. Wow. Oh, Grim. You know I'm going to have to go there, hon. I just have a few minutes left. You know I'm going to have to. From Breitbart.com. Condom clogged pipe triggers Texas brothel bust. And I agree with Beth. Why were they flushing them? That just... Wow. Police officers discover a prostitution ring in a massage parlor after a sewer line became clogged with condoms. The massage parlor in northwest Austin was discovered to be a prostitution ring after a sewer pipe at the business was destroyed by hundreds of condoms. You know, if you were to... How do you snake that out? I mean, moving along. A realty company had taken over the property located at the shopping center where the prostitution ring was doing business as Jade Massage Therapy. Police were tipped off about the prostitution ring in early February when, according to an affidavit, several tenants became worried that illicit activities were occurring after an industrial disposal unit connected to the city's sewer line was clogged with hundreds of condoms. Hundreds, I tell ya. The clogged line was not the only piece of evidence that led investigators to uncovering the ring allegedly owned by a woman named Huang. And her husband, Joseph Emery. That's just no fun. He needs to have a more fun name. That's all there is to it. 2 days prior to receiving the tip, Huang was reportedly stopped by security at an Austin Bergstrom International Airport after she was discovered carrying $30,000 in cash. Wang reportedly told police that the money was for a medical procedure that she had been saving for in China. Huang? Wang allegedly claimed that she only made $20,000 a year at Jade Massage. When the police pointed out to her that she was carrying 18 months of income, she reportedly became visibly nervous. See, that's when I would have said, well, my husband makes lots of money, so I was able to put all of my money into savings. Duh, think on your feet. Oh, wait, she works on her back. Kind of hard to think on her feet, isn't it? She gave the police a contact phone number to reach her at and then boarded her flight to China. Sayonara, suckers. When police investigated the phone number, they reportedly discovered that it was linked to a Backpage.com account that had advertisements for sexual services at her business. Oh, police were able to obtain a search warrant based off the evidence gathered and executed it on March the 22nd. I do not like it when they say executed a search warrant because they are so... it's almost like they're giving themselves permission. You know? Investigators found reportedly Wang with a naked man and another nude couple in a separate room. So she went sayonara, suckers, off to China and then came back? Seriously? Wow, woman, obviously you do not think on your feet, and you don't think so well on your back either. They also found another 65 grand in the safe at Wang and Emery's home, according to the local paper. Investigators claim that the 12 women worked at Jade Massage and lived with Wang and Emery at their home. Police found records of the names with hundreds of receipts with excessive tips paid. She was very, very good at rubbing my sore spot. I had this knot and she worked it out like a real pro. Oh, that's too funny. Oh well, Wang and Emery have not been placed in custody as of Tuesday, but they face charges of engaging in organized criminal activity and money laundering. So, was the money clean? You know, they say that there isn't a single dollar bill in this country and very few $20 bills that don't have a trace of coke on them. And I don't think there's a single dollar bill in this country that hasn't been down a stripper's crack either. Just putting that out there as well. So the next time you lick your fingers to count the bills, think of that. Oh, hi. That's funny, Grim. Or whoever shared that. Who shared that? That was Grim. Thank you, Grimmy. You are a sick individual. What's that one, Sock? It's the Beeve. Jerry Mathers. He's such a cute little guy. Converting kinks. See, there you go. That's how that you can come up with all kinds of euphemisms for that, and it doesn't have to be. Okay. So, medical wasty ones. Ooh. You've been to brothels, Sock? Okay. Whee! Wow, that puts you in a whole new light, hon. I have been to a couple of porn shops, and I knew that they had areas in back where, you know, if you paid some money, you got a little peep show thingy. And it was like, no, I'm not going back there because I don't want to stick to anything. It was bad enough someone holding the curtain back and me peeking in there. It was like, oh, ew. But, okay. You know, that's cool. I mean, hey. But, wow. See, now I'm picturing you like Burt Reynolds from The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, Sock Puppet. I'm sorry, but that's the mental image I got now. Sorry, hun. Oopsie. Oh, well. Yeah, I'm just about out of time, aren't I? Oh, and it has been a Wackadoodle Wednesday. What's going on over here? Just a minute. I'm getting notifications. Oh, many brothels. Okay. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, there you go. Yay! Okay. What was that? Just a sec. That is true, Betsy. That is true. Although, you know, I also have a hard time believing that Sock has trouble finding women that are unwilling, so, you know, or not interested. But once again, this is just my little personal inside my head kind of thing, so whatever. Most of the men folk over here in the RLM chat, I think, yeah, I bet y'all got plenty of the the yeah. Ah. Okay. See? Alrighty. Those girls make okay. See, and I compared to most models, I look like Omar the tent maker makes my dresses. So and I'm good with that. It's all good. I believe you have, Sock. I believe you have. Okay, you know what? I am out of time now. Now that I've been sitting here bantering with y'all. Thanks everybody for listening in on this wackadoodle Wednesday of Grammy's Rocket Cheer. I will be back Friday. It was kind of iffy for a while there because my uncle had an appointment with a specialist and I was possibly going to have to take him, but they moved the appointment up to 8 o'clock in the morning and I am not able to get away to even take him, so someone else is going with him, but I will be here on Friday and Saturday. Booyah, booyah. So, I don't know. Grimmy, we still don't have anything for Thursday nights, do we? Damn it. You know, unless Bo Diddy decides to jump on and be musical for us. Let's see. I will be back Friday. Also on Friday will be the Freakers Ball with Grimmy and Moose Girl. Then Saturday is a Dork Table and Kira with the bridge and Bo Diddy with some tunage. And Sunday is Grimmy with the blues leading you into Hal Anthony with opening up a can of whoop ass. And then you also have the road less traveled on Sunday. So, you know, there's all kinds of stuff coming up on RLM radio. And we also have the wonderful JJs who does little musical interludes for us as well. It's ever so much fun. All kinds of things to listen in on over here in RLM. But I am going to have to get out of here because I'm getting a little bit on the